What's up, leaders? It's your girl Andy and welcome back to my channel. Ooh, it's been a long time, hasn't it? Thank you guys so much for joining me today. Today we're going to be talking about the only four things that price can do whenever it hits a high or a low in a chart. And it's really good to know these things because, like I said, only four things can happen whenever we get a high or a low point. So when we know these things, we can get a really solid entry. So I'm just going to jump straight into the charts. We're going to get to it. Alright, let me see if I even remember how to do this. Alright, so I have pulled up right here a random chart. This is Euro AUD just because I like Euro AUD. We're going to start with this, and honestly, if we just start from current right now, I can show you an example right here. So I'm going to draw a line, and if you have been here before, you may notice I've changed my chart colors a little. I just needed to like switch it up. I took a break from my YouTube channel and from trading and from everything just to step back to clear my head and come fresh. So I'm actually in a program which I'll talk about in a different time that is helping me to come fresh to the charts and just like renew my trading, because I haven't reached the heights that I want to reach yet with Forex trading, but we all know it's possible and I'm determined to get there. So as you can see, I'm on the 4-hour chart, and we have a little bit of consolidation, and then we have a breakout right here. Now, one thing that I have learned recently is that when you have consolidation, which let me just draw a box here. This right here just looks like solid consolidation, and we have a spike upwards. And a lot of times when you get a spike right out of consolidation, you'll see a reverse movement. So I'm actually looking for this to trade downwards, but we would have to see the overall trend, which we can see we're overall going down. So I kind of expect this to go down, but honestly, that's not what we're talking about right now. So let me just delete that. But so what we have right here is a high for the day. So there's only four things to expect at this point. So I'm going to draw my line right here at the top of this high. And the first thing that we can expect at a high is a double top. So we have a touch right here. I'm looking for a little bit of a trade down, because usually when you hit an area of resistance, you trade down and then price goes back up to retouch. And then we can see that it is going to go all the way down. So a double top is when price hits, it pulls back, it hits again in roughly the same area. It might hit up here, it might hit a little lower, and then it trades down to continue the downward pattern that we have been seeing. So that is the first thing that we're looking for, is a double top. So let me just write that. Okay, the second thing that we are going to be looking for is a head and shoulders formation. So, I'm gonna put this over here. You can make this bigger. All right. So a head and shoulders formation is very similar to this, but what we're gonna see is price is gonna go up. It's gonna hit right here. We're gonna watch it travel down, which is, kind of what we're already seeing. We have that big candle downward. And then you're going to see price come back up, but it's going to totally blow past this. And it's going to go way up here to maybe this area, maybe even a little higher. And then we are going to see price. So once price comes way up here, we're going to see it come back down in this area. Now, normally, if we just saw price do this, if we saw price, so if we saw price hit, reject, hit higher, and then come back in this area, there's no trade right there. I mean, there's nothing that we could confidently trade. But if we wait again to see price retest this area one more time, which is going to form your right shoulder, and then reject it again, that's pretty safe confirmation that we can sell and that our downtrend is continuing. It's nice to be mindful of the overall downtrend. You want to know the overall trend of where price is going, but throughout the day we see a counter trending, and depending on how long you want to be in the trade, I like to be in and out of trades, within the day. So we could definitely see this spike up a little bit and then come back down to continue the downtrend. So just to identify what is going on here, at this high, this would let us know we can sell right here confidently and continue that downtrend. I hope that made sense. The difference between a double top and a head and shoulders formation is the fact that the double top is both of your touches at resistance are going to be around the same area. Whereas a head and shoulders, your touches are going to be slightly varied. We're going to see it blow past this resistance, kind of like a fake out. So in head and shoulders, the head oftentimes is a fake out. And you would see a lot of people normally, they would see that and they would be like, okay, price held right here, I'm gonna go in for a buy, when it actually, you know, might have broke out and closed right here, but then the next candle closes back in the zone. That's the point where you're waiting for a head and shoulders. I'm somebody that traded break and retest a lot, and I would have that problem all the time, is what would look like a break and retest would really be a fake out, and it's because I really should have been looking for a head and shoulders pattern. So that is something that I've recently been seeing a lot, and I really like trading like that. Now the third thing that we are looking for is the notorious break and retest. Now I have a whole video dedicated to break and retest. If you want to see like how those play out, they play out pretty easily. So let's just clear the chart. Now we have, again, this high point. I'm going to draw a line right here, and I am waiting to see what my move is. Am I going to sell price? Is it going to be, you know, am I going to have the confirmation after a double top, after head and shoulders, or am I going to buy price? And do I need confirmation for a break and retest? So with the break and retest, the difference is, where's my trend line? Is price is coming from this consolidation, it's going up, it's hitting this area, and then what is happening here? So let's say this blue candle that is right here, we want to see the blue candle go all the way up, and we want it to retest above the bodies of these candles. If it retests above the wicks of the candles, that would be nice too, but right now we're just waiting for it to retest the body of these candles and hold, and then go upwards. Now if we see it, if price comes all the way up here, we have, you know, a candle close up here, but then the next candle is, you know, closing down here, and then it's like pushing up, you know, maybe to right here. That is not confirmation. Okay, that's actually confirmation that we might be looking to sell, you know, like I said, our head and shoulders. But if price comes up above the high of the day, and it holds and it holds, and we see good bearish candlesticks pushing upwards, then that is the break and retest pattern that we can enter for a buy. This is the only pattern that I've shown so far where we can buy. The other two patterns were sells. So this is a buy. See that? It's a buy. Now, the last final thing that price can do right here at this high, let me just call out this high, is consolidation. Okay, consolidation, price can either do two things. It can go up, down, or sideways, and unfortunately we can see consolidation. So let's say we've marked this high, we're waiting, we're watching, and we just get candlestick after candlestick after candlestick right here. At that point, I wouldn't even really consider it a high anymore. It is the highest point, you know, that's the most relevant, but you don't really know what's going on. So you'll have to wait for something to break out of that to have, and then kind of determine your new high or low area. So consolidation would just look like price going sideways. When price is going sideways, you just want to stay away. This is a no trade zone. I don't know what happened to my text, but to recap, our first thing that price can do at a high is a double top, which we love double tops. The second thing is the head and shoulder formation. The third is the break and retest. And the fourth is consolidation. So in this case, let me see here. So for a double top, we're looking for price to trade down. For a head and shoulders, in this situation, obviously if we were starting from the bottom, it'd be the exact opposite. But for a head and shoulders at a high, we're looking for price to trade down. For a break and retest, we're looking for price to trade up. And for consolidation, we are not trading at all. Is there like an X, or this guy is what I need? Consolidation is a no. So I hope that makes sense to y'all. I know that was a pretty like quick and basic tutorial. I hope I explained it well for you guys, but I'm somebody that, you know, is pretty notorious for trading head and shoulders, or not head and shoulders, break and retest patterns, and I would actually struggle a lot because I never paid attention to double tops and head and shoulders. All I would pay attention to is break and retest and consolidation, and that is just not the way to go. Okay, we have to do whatever price tells us. We can't just be waiting for one thing. We have to see price in its entirety. But just knowing that, you know, price can only do 4 things whenever it reaches a, you know, high point, or its price is starting to go up or starting to go down, and I'm kind of waiting like to see what my move is. Having these 4 different things to check for really is key. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I'm happy to be back. I'm sorry that it took a long time, but I have, you know, quite a bit of ideas for videos that I can make now. You know, I've just wanted to take some time to perfect my craft, not only in trading, which is what I talk about, which I want to be very clear with whenever I make videos, because, you know, y'all might take this information, and I don't ever want you to lose money based off of something that I said. That'd be terrible. So I want to take time to perfect my trading, and to also perfect making YouTube videos. You know, I wasn't too happy with the quality of some of my videos, so now I have a fresh energy. So welcome to season 2 of Andiezona. Thank you for watching my channel. Thank you for being subscribed and being loyal to me. You guys are amazing, absolutely amazing, and I will see you next time. Bye.